Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Had to remember what day it was. All of a sudden there for a second. Oh, Tuesday. Cleaned out my whole fish tank. Well, basically just like monthly maintenance. And I got these shrimp yesterday. And I've been picking up a death curse for like quite a while. Like definitely some death spells. Tell me how one shrimp died in the bag on the way home. One shrimp I found the carcass of today as I was cleaning out the tank. And the third one I can't find. And like these were, I think they were way too small. Like I don't think my cherry shrimp were that small when I got them. But anyways, I had this like overwhelming feeling to go and get these shrimp. And I didn't know why. And I feel like it was a sacrifice. I feel like they sacrificed themselves because whatever this was that was going to hit, it wanted to take something a heck of a lot bigger than shrimp. But all it got was shrimp because it's not a powerful being. It's not some sorcerer, that's got all the magic in the world that can just come and remove people here, right? It's a very weak energy that believes that it's strong. So what it did was more or less just kill a couple of shrimp that honestly, were babies. I mean, like they were fucking tiny, tiny, tiny little things. Like honestly, almost the size of like, large ants. Okay. I mean, the third one could still be alive. I don't know. I just don't know where it is. And like shrimp will hide for days. Like my other shrimp will hide for days. So it might be there. It might not be there. But honestly, the whole death curse thing and like there was a hex that came out today. I mean, if you feel like you want to go out and buy something, especially like, cheap fish or something like that, when you have this huge aquarium or you want to just, I don't know, buy something that looks like it's sick or something, it might be wanting to sacrifice for you so that you don't lose something else bigger. Okay? Like clearly nobody in the tank wanted to die. Like somebody's just a tetra in there and a beta and some shrimp. And the brand new shrimp all died? Like, come on. I know how to keep shrimp alive. It's not my first rodeo. So, I don't know. I'm like, okay, something happened, okay, between yesterday and today. We have the second house, we have the fucking moon, and we have Leo. Ha! Wow. I would say something happened. Feelings, emotions, second house, Taurus, assets, possessions, money, and then Leo. This is like, somebody could have been really numb to their emotions and just kind of like a workaholic, just work, like it's just anything. Sometimes we use work as a stimuli, so then we just stay focused on the task at hand. Now I kind of feel like with Leo stepping in, it's as if somebody's going to take they're going to set aside their assets, although still acquire them. Ace of Pentacles, but in reverse. And I'm going to keep it that way because I'm like, for once, I feel like somebody, because it's the second house, not saying that the first house is relevant to the second house, but I'm saying it's the second house. Therefore, it seems like this isn't part of a plant your seed kind of task. This is, the seed was already planted. And now that it's growing, Okay, because the whole thing with Leo, okay, is Leo is to love sometimes with absolute pure strength. And that love can change a room full of skeptics, you know? So if you're suddenly acknowledging emotions that you possibly set aside long ago, then now it's as if it's going to be the opposite, you know, like what has been laid to rest, laid dormant, now activates somebody's intense fire. It's like going from like love is blind to not even knowing what love is, not even acknowledging it, really just staying focused on work, staying focused on money, setting, you know, casting love aside, whatever that is. I mean, it doesn't need to be romantic. It could mean, you know, just love in general, just opening up your heart, accepting yourself, forgiving yourself, letting go of guilt, accepting your emotions for what they are, allowing yourself to feel. Because that's the thing, is like, you know, you'll come around a lot of people in your time that when you're trying to heal yourself or unleash yourself, people will be like, ooh, keep that to yourself. Why would you want to tell people all that? And, you know, like, that's a little bit of burdensome. You know, don't you think, like, you could kind of heal yourself before you go spreading it around to everybody? And at the same time, like, that's so fucking rude, because, like, how do you think people heal? Is because they talk about it, because they try to get over it, because they, you know, those mountains, they don't let those mountains stop them. They climb them instead of just letting them be defeated. You know, and then you know, there's a time and a place to be macho, okay? And there's a time and a place to be, you know, loving. And like, you know, I talked to this guy who said that he couldn't work at a certain place because he said the men were too manly and you couldn't have feelings in there. And I thought, you know, I actually kind of thought about it for a little while, because I thought, like, right away I went, okay, like, easy pussy. Like, you know, like, you have to bring your shit to work. Like, I work in a restaurant. Do you think I cry at work and bring my bullshit with my boyfriend or with what's going on with my family into work crying? No. Okay, because when you're at work, you're putting on a show. And that show, you're getting paid by the hour. Put your pussy foot and shit away, okay? Like, I know that. I would get made fun of at work if I just decided to start acting like a little bitch, okay? Because I'm working with fucking 17-year-olds. I'm working with 60-year-olds, okay? I'm working with every single person. I'm working with dudes. I'm working with chicks. I'm working with perky little bitches. I'm working with chill fucking dudes, okay? I'm working with every single type of person. We all keep it real. Okay, so when he said that to me, I thought to myself, like, okay, you have a problem with your feminine energy. He has a problem, you know, leaving the house in his masculine energy. He is a masculine. Nobody's saying you can't have a bad day and you can't cry and you can't, you know, call your friends up and have a good cry fest. Okay, nobody says you can't do that. But there's a time and a fucking place. If it's overwhelming, then stay in your energy and fuck everybody, call in sick, okay? But like, I mean, everybody's got to put on a tough face. And I think that that's why we do work. That's why we do have to get out into the public. It forces us to get out, so then we don't stay inside, so then we don't stay depressed. And we're forced to communicate. We're forced to laugh. We're forced to have a good time. We're forced to listen to people's stupid jokes, people's stupid arrogance, how dumb people are, okay, that actually secretly make us laugh, okay? Because we can't sit at home dwelling on everything that happened or where we're at. We need to keep moving. Okay. So I feel like, you know, when he said that, I was like, okay. So like, you need to start expressing your feminine energy, so then when you go to work, you don't feel like you have to be this, you know, feminine driven masculine and then get made fun of by a bunch of dudes. Like, because you know that those dudes that are making fun of other dudes for having bad days have bad days all the time, but they don't fucking flaunt it. Okay, they don't tell people. They work on themselves. They work on them, you know, they work in their relationships. They talk to people, or they're full of shit dudes that really, honestly, like, Okay, play tough guy, but we all know you fucking cry. Okay? Like, you fucking cry and you cry a lot. Okay? So the tough guys aren't tough guys. They're just pretending to be. Okay? That's why with me, like, people call, oh, yeah, you're a fucking little tough guy, blah, blah, blah. You always act like you're so angry, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what, because I don't cry in front of you? I'm not crying. Aww. Because I put that fucking shit away last night when I cried before bed. Like, sorry, I didn't show you my most vulnerable fucking side. Okay? Call me crazy, but in the past, when I've cried, people have laughed at me. When I've cried, I've been called a fake. When I cry, people turn around and walk away anyways. So I'm sorry, I don't cry in front of people to get them to feel sorry for me or to show my emotion. I would rather just save it for myself, release it to the river, release it to the world, release it to my gods, to anybody who's listening, then say it to some fucking fake ass friend who's sitting beside me pretending that they're listening when really they're not. Okay? So there's a time and a place. Okay? Maybe that's what somebody's realizing. Like, sometimes you need to hide, you know, like, not necessarily hide your feelings, but like, you don't need everybody to know all the time what you're going through. And at the same time, you need to allow people to know what you're going through so then they don't judge you, so then they don't put too much pressure on you. Really, I feel like somebody needs to balance themselves. There's the queen, they wish, Three of Pentacles. But it was kind of in reverse, like, because I do feel like somebody doesn't know how to work. They don't know how to work with other people. Okay, like, people sometimes, if they just say way too much information, they just talk way too much. Some people don't know how to shut up at work, and then it makes the people who don't say anything look like kind of assholes. You know, like, oh, yeah, they're stuck up, they don't say anything. Well, it's because I'm not personally exposing things of my personal life. That does not mean that I'm an asshole. I just prefer not to exploit the ones I truly cherish around me. Okay, that's really what it is. Anything else? That kind of seems like a fast message. 13:35, but I don't challenge spirit. 8 of Cups, and it was actually originally in reverse, but then it came upright. It wouldn't really let me put it in reverse. So I feel as if this could have been somebody that walked away from you, so then they could go make a bunch of money, and they kind of left you behind. Because now I'm watching Eastbound and Down, and Kenny just left for Mexico. He just took off, and he left his, well, actually, he was supposed to be going to the major leagues, but he lied. And then he left his ex-girlfriend behind. And, like, I'm kind of getting that. I'm like, somebody could have left you behind. They didn't want to grow what you were growing anymore. They didn't know how to be a part of your team. Okay? Because maybe you're very team-oriented, you know? Like, you do things like, you know, if they work, you work. You know, if you work, they work. Like, you know, it's kind of equal give and take with you. And maybe they didn't really know what that was. Right? Because if they never really worked with a good team, then they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? A team. I do this and you do that. What's that mean? You know, like, it's just like, oh, good God. Let me explain the fundamentals, okay? Devil in reverse. Capricorn energy. Kind of like devil in reverse would almost kind of mean you're letting go of your vices. You're letting go of the grip. 5 of Coins in reverse. I feel like somebody needed to, you know, kind of like open up a window on what their life, you know, and stop living in this like tiny little space of where you can see, start living big, you know. There's Hermit energy. Because I do feel like someone's been hiding away, purposely kind of holding themselves back, searching for themselves, you know? And that's why I think they were just working and working and working, right? Because I don't think they were looking for you when they found you. And then the fundamentals of life were so different in your life than what they were in this person's. And I don't think this person could realize ever crossing that path to where you are and working how you do and believing in what you do. I think this person probably could have thought you were crazy, right? Like, you fucking live like that, right? But then, you know, it's not so crazy. Like, I once went to, my sister's ex-husband had a cottage out on an island, kind of like in the middle of a lake and in the middle of nowhere, and they did not have electricity. And I thought, like, okay, this is gonna be, because I mean, I've been camping my whole life in a tent, literally since I was, you know, a baby. So camping has been, you know, not having power has been something I've always, it doesn't scare me. That's why you have flashlights, okay? That's why you play games in the dark and do shit in the dark, okay? And what was I gonna say about that? Oh, yeah. And so when my sister said, you know, do you want to come out to the cottage where there's no power and, like, there's no running water? That's another thing. There was no running water. And I was like, wow, this is probably the most roughing it I think I've, you know, ever done with, you know, staying in a cottage. Like, what the fuck, right? Like, okay, this is going to be weird. Okay, like bathed in the lake and shit in an outhouse with made of, like, dirt. You just covered your matter in dirt. It was very weird. But by the end of it, and before we were leaving, like, they even had an iron stove, cast iron stove. So you, you know, put the wood in it, and that's how you got your stove all going in the morning. And, like, by the end of, like, the 4 days I stayed there, I didn't want to leave. Like, I didn't turn on my phone. I didn't need to. There was no music going. I didn't want any music going. I wanted just quiet. Like, it was just quiet for days, okay? Days. And it was like, that kind of quiet it's addicting. Like, once you get it, you don't ever want to leave it. Right. And you think how foreign it is when you come from, like, a city, or you come from even a small town. You think, like, really, you know, you're going to go, like, full hillbilly style, like, and cut the power and everything. It's like, what the fuck do you need power for? Right. We have kerosene, we have lanterns, we have fire, right? We have lakes, we have rivers for water. We can boil water with fire. Like, what do you need some of these things that we're so adjusted to? I haven't had a washer and a dryer for years. You know what I do? I wash everything by hand, and everything gets, like, hung to dry. And in the winter, it's awesome because we have steam heaters. So we put the clothes on the steam heaters, and it's, like, almost better than a dryer. I can get my shit almost dried faster on that thing than in a dryer from soaking wet. Okay, like, I mean, I'm just used to it now. When you get used to it, it's not so foreign. You know what's foreign to me is waiting 4 or 5 days to clean my clothes when I can do it every day in the sink, instead of waiting for a full load of clothes to be washed in order to get my favorite shirt back that I wear every day because I wash it every day. But I don't dry it, so the longevity of my clothes stay good for years. Okay, it's like, it's not so crazy when you get there, right? It's crazy when you try to leave, because you become so adapted to something that seemed so intricate and so hard before and so kind of foreign that it actually, if it's your language, baby, you're going to speak it, and quick. I know I'm a pioneer. Like, I just know I am. I will churn butter, for fuck's sakes, okay? I mean, fucking bread from scratch, okay? Like I know where I come from, and it doesn't scare me to do things the hard way. Action of Swords. There's your Knight of Swords. Something's in the air, and it's flying. And I think that this is that idea of what you think you can't do, but really you can. Yes, you can work with a team. You're more than capable of working with a team to make the money that you need, instead of walking away and locking yourself away from it, feeling like you don't deserve it anymore. There's the Two of Wands. So that's kind of like, you know, a decision gets made. There's Sacred Feminine. There's the Queen of Coins. So money does come, okay? I don't know, maybe you're going to start like dating a boss. I've been getting this like boss energy that's been coming in recently. Like, I don't know, you might suddenly get a new boss and it's like, that's who I'm going to be working for? Okay. There's the Chariot. Yep. Okay. There's the Messenger of Cups. All right. So now we got the Knight of Cups coming in, and then we got Death. Okay. Once you get that call about where you need to go with what, you go. Okay. Then there's the King of Swords. You really have to take your truth and go with it. There's the 10 of Pentacles, because I feel like, I mean, okay, say this. Maybe you have a business, or maybe this person owns their own business. That means that they're going to make you a part of that. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, I don't have any money to invest in this. I don't have anything to give you. Okay. And they're like, you don't have to. I'm not expecting you to give me any money. Okay. There's strength again. So there's your Leo energy. So this person could be a Leo. If not, they also could be a Capricorn. Like I said, they could be a Virgo. They could be a Cancer. They could be a Scorpio. So, did I say Scorpio already? I don't know. Leo, the Chariot, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer. Oh, and the Empress would be Aries. Okay. So I feel like this person, there's the Hangman. Okay, I feel like this person might have been like kind of hanging in this energy for a while. Like, should I hire you? Should I not hire you? Should I let you into this? Should I not? And like, honestly, I mean, if you're dating somebody and you want to, you know, you're working with them and you want to make them a part of the business. Okay, there's the 10 of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Then I feel like, you know, date them for a little while. Okay, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Cups. And the King of Coins. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So there's the 10 of Cups as well. So the thing is that this, I don't really feel like this is something that you're going to have to work too hard at. Okay, this is kind of something that comes naturally. And when it comes naturally, then it doesn't really involve a lot of work because you're doing it naturally, which means the work is all the time. It's constant work, but it doesn't feel like work because it's good. It's moving you. It's doing something for you. So that's why when this person says, like, I don't know, they want you to become a part of everything. They're going to add you in something. Okay. You know, I feel like you're not going to wait too long to answer that question. And now I'm getting, there was this man who started a YouTube channel and he tested out simple recipes. And then once he got with his girlfriend and they got engaged, then they started a channel. And then once they had a baby, all three of them started a channel. Okay, so maybe it's like that. Maybe somebody has a platform. Okay, and then when you come aboard, then they're going to make a platform with you. They still have their original one, but then they make a separate one with you. It could be something like that. It could be something like that. It's an Ace of Cups. So it's a gift that they give you, and it doesn't require any money. Okay, that's why it's Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It doesn't, I don't feel like it requires you to do anything other than just show up, I heard. Just show up. There's the 2 of Cups. Yeah, I'm telling you, this might be a relationship. It might turn out to be a relationship. So Spirit is like, show up. So you can start dating this hot piece of ass, apparently. Okay? Mother, may I? Of course, I work with this man who's smoking hot. Like, in my mind anyways. Looks like he's got jail tattoos. Looks like he's been in jail for about 30 fucking years. And, of course he's married. I'm like, all the good ones are taken. Like, why is that? Like, of course, because like and it's just like parking spots, all the handicap ones are left over. Like, come on, people. Because at this point, I would date a 60-year-old man with jail tattoos. Because I don't really give a fuck what anybody looks like anymore. I have been far off the looks thing for a long time. Okay, next reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, Danny? Okay. Oh, just so you know, Danny, the witch is gone and the stalker is dealt with. Everything is changing today, girl. Everything. These motherfuckers aren't doing nothing to this girl's life, all right? Nothing. Okay, so we have some type of monster that is around collective. We have 911 emergency in reverse, okay? You had a dream today about a witch? Jesus. Okay, so we have 911 emergency in reverse because I feel like whoever this monster is, they're stupid, okay? They're not, like, look at, they have idiot. That's what came up describing this person, okay? Idiot. It's somebody connected to you, okay, that's trying to copy you, okay? And I had this vision last night, okay? This might be what it is. A vision last night of somebody trying to scam my videos. So what they did was I took a video that I did and they just copied the voice, I guess, and they went to put it online somewhere. I don't know if it was YouTube. I don't know where it was, but it recognized it as a scam video. Now, I don't know if this was for me. I don't know if this was for somebody else, but all I heard was, like, I saw the whole reenactment of them going, okay, I'm going to take this person's life. I'm going to take their videos. I'm going to put them up. I'm going to claim to be this person, and I'm going to make all this money, blah, blah, blah. And then the second they go to put up their first video, okay, they get a threat for plagiarizing instantly, which makes them, like, I saw their jaw drop, okay, like, I was told that there wasn't going to be any secret answers on this test, okay? And then they upload the video anyways, okay? And then the video gets taken down and they get a strike. And they say, like, the video is not matching the voice or whatever it was. This is plagiarizing. And they took the video down on them, okay? Ew, gross. That means you have a witch around you. A witch came out today. Just a straight out hex just because they didn't like you. Oh, I didn't know that you could just put hexes on people because you don't like them. Pretty sure you're not allowed to do that, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get it back times fucking 10. Fucking idiots. You don't like somebody you don't destroy somebody's life because you don't like them. It's called you grow up and you walk away and you don't hang out with them. Okay, that's what we used to do in elementary school. You didn't like somebody, you didn't hang out with them. You didn't turn around and do witchcraft on them because you didn't like them. Like, fucking people, I don't know where they go in this earthly plane these days, but whoever this monster is, you had some type of connection and they were definitely obsessed with you, okay? And we also have natural instincts, which makes me feel like, I don't know if you are a reader, I don't know if you do use your natural instincts for something. You could be some type of artist that makes money, with their paintings and shit like that, okay? But they trying to steal your shit, okay? And that's why we have Fox Mulder that came out. Obviously, this case hit the FBI real quick, and they gave it to Fox because it was unexplainable. Even officers, FBI agents, can't explain what this person did. They just know that they fucked with your work somehow, and Mulder's going to figure out what they did. Okay, so that's what the dream was about, okay, was this woman getting caught. And it was so real because, like, I felt everything. I felt the shame. I felt her being scared. I felt her say, oh my God, am I going to go to jail? Because, you know, like when people break the law right away, their immediate reaction is, am I going to go to jail? Okay, because they feel like, you know, whatever it is, they're gonna, it's maximum penalty and they're gonna go in the slammer and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, and I got that like pit in my stomach. I just got caught plagiarizing. I could go to jail for this. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure plagiarizing doesn't get you put in jail, but it just depends what you plagiarize. Because if you plagiarize something that's worth a lot of money and you sell it as if it's original and authentic, I'm pretty sure you can get sued for that and or charged for that. Okay, so we got Hangman in reverse because I feel like whoever this person was wearing a mask that thought that they could be you, they were planning on hanging in this energy for a very long time. Okay, they weren't planning on going nowhere. They wanted to hang out in your energy and hang out there all fucking day, all night, being you. Now I'm getting that movie Taking Lives with Ethan Hawke. You know how he just finds a random person on the street and becomes them. This is what I'm getting by all, like 100%. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. Shark. This is definitely something that's been lurking just below the surface of you. There's money. Getting money from you. Getting money trying to be you, trying to get money, putting up your videos, like all this shit. And I'm telling you, we dealt with this with somebody on Chiron. Chiron had somebody stealing his videos for over a year, and then suddenly he started putting it up. And then there was a group of us that just started attacking this person day and night. Like, what are you doing putting these videos up? These are not your videos. And then I remember putting up specifically a message that said to them, you are plagiarizing and you are being paid right now by YouTube, because they were being paid as a YouTube partner selling somebody else's videos as themselves. So not only can YouTube sue you, because when you get on YouTube, you sign something, okay, or you agree to something to the terms that you are sending your videos and blah, blah, blah. It's your authentic. And you know, people want to mess with your videos, then you're allowed to augment them or whatever, but you're not allowed, like I say straight up on my disclaimer, you know, like you are not allowed to steal my videos. You are not allowed to put them up as your own. And if you do, I have full fucking power to do something about that, because I've told you not to do it. Right? I've warned you. These are my words. I don't copyright them. I don't take them from somebody else. I don't steal them. So don't fucking come on my shit and take my words. Okay? And I remember it was like the day after that, or the day after that or something like that, they had taken all of Chiron's videos down. Not somebody else's videos that they had taken, but Chiron specifically, and they sent Chiron an apology. Okay, I don't know if the law was ever threatened before and they just ignored it, but all of a sudden it seemed like that second wave of power that came in to be like, yo, what are you doing? Because I had listened to that reading, one of the readings that they had put up, and I was like, all it was just a video of tarot cards that they had already pulled. Okay, be careful with these so-called tarot readers. If they are just reading cards that have already been pulled, you don't see their face. Okay, it's just a camera on the cards. Be very careful, because those are what we call scam accounts. They're taking other people's videos, putting them up as their own. They won't show their face because their words won't match up with their mouth. Because it's not their words, it's somebody else's. So now, like now I think this whole, like, you know, mainstream thing that some people are trying to do with this other form of communication, I feel like the reason why they're making so many other forms of communication is so then they can steal people's videos, have them line up with this other thing. If you catch my glitch on what I'm talking about, then they can have you saying your words and have some robotic person saying them and making a fake video that way as well. But I mean, you can tell when they use AI. Okay, because there's a glitch. Okay, every AI video, you can tell. Okay, it's not that hard. People, you cannot say like Willow, somebody's daughter in the celebrity realm came through on Instagram and talked about her father and what her father did to her and her brother, and everybody said that it was AI. No, it wasn't. That's not AI, but it's a way that they can now say that people are lying, or just say that, oh, that's not even real, it's fake. That's not real, it's fake. Trust me, AI looks different. Okay, your hand would go like this. It would, like, your hands wouldn't be able to just move like this. Okay, they have to. It's slow movements or no movements at all, because they're putting two pictures within each other, so they will not synchronize. Right, when the background doesn't synchronize with this thing that's moving, that's AI. Okay, even if the background is moving, the AI thing will not synchronize with it. You will see the glitches, okay, because they have to cut it out. So trust me, whoever this person is, they're an idiot, and Spirit has brought them up as an idiot for a reason. Okay, because now we have camo in reverse. They're not hiding as well as they think they are. Okay, same with conspiracies, and then we have exit. Okay, so now we also have these, be careful, because we also have these accounts, okay, that will appear to be watching you, okay, and if you go into that account and you take a look at them and they say new to Instagram and it's been 10 pictures that were all put up the same day, 5 or 6 days ago, those are spam accounts. Those are people watching you. Okay, be very careful, because whoever this person is hides under fake accounts, and it's not hard to see, but if you're not looking properly, you will not see it because it just blends in with the crowd. But they don't blend in that good. Okay, so whoever this person is, they're not blending in as good as they think they are. So I feel like now they're just going to leave you alone. Okay, whatever this is about, they're not getting away with it. And most people, I feel like, wouldn't notice it. But collective, okay, that watches this channel knows that there's this little, little kind of dimension where you can play in, okay? And we know that dimension quite well, okay? And we know when people are fucking with us. And it might look like everybody else believes them, and I don't really give a shit if everybody else believes them. If something don't fucking smell right, you're not going to convince me that it does smell right, because I fucking know that something's off. Okay, you know when you know, but like if you want to be easily influenced, then like you can say something stinks and they go, no, that's just the regular way it smells. Then you go, oh, okay. If it stinks, it stinks. So I do feel like there was somebody out there copycatting. They're a little copycat, okay? 38, 32. And they get busted. So don't worry about it. All these fake accounts, this fake bullshit that goes around and tries to fucking steal people, trust me, they all get found out. Okay? And any money that they're paid for their fake accounts, they will have to pay back. Because people are going to want their money back, trust me. So, you want to play with the devil? Spirit goes, you go right ahead. But don't spend the money too quick, because you're going to have to pay it back. Okay, Horror Oracle, here we go. See what Spirit has to say? Always remember, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We have the Babadook with It. Okay, so I feel like somebody is being controlled by... It could be controlled by a book, okay? Like the old Bible that likes to tell a heck of a lot of stories in that book, okay? Could be something like that. It seems like somebody's controlled by it, and it's a joke, it's not supposed to be taken as seriously. Like those people sometimes that you work with and you're like, okay, like be a little bit of a brown noser a little bit more. Like, that we're all getting paid $17 an hour and nobody's nose has to be up anybody's ass. Okay? It could be something like that. Like somebody is just so set on exactly how things have to be. Okay? And it's a trick, it was all a trick. It was literally, if it said in a book, to jump off a bridge because all your friends did, even though you didn't want to. If that book said to do it, this person would do it because the book told them to do it, even though inside of themselves, they know it's not true. Okay, but for some reason, they are willing to believe a lie and go with it because whoever told it would never lie to them. It's like whoever says something to them, it's their God. Okay? Like that's like having like a controlling spouse or, controlling parents that are like, I want this to be non-religious. So let's do like Santa Claus. They say that Santa Claus exists. Okay? So I don't care if you're 15 years old. It says in this book, he exists. Therefore, Christmas Eve, he's going to come and drop off presents. And if you don't believe me, you can get out of this house right now. And you were like, okay, but there's no Santa Claus. And they were like, get the fuck out. Okay, it was a testimony to them. Okay, it was a testimony to them. And we've had some testimonies come up the last couple days. Okay, it's a testimony to them that they were not supposed to believe a fucking book when they have something right in front of them. Okay, it's like some of the people that collective are dealing with. Okay, you deal with them face to face, and they walk away and they go and talk to somebody else about it before responding to you. And it's like, did that person say that you have to run everything by them before you can speak to me? Right? Because some spouses are like that too. Like, my father's not allowed to speak to me unless his wife says it's okay. He can't speak to me. He can't text me. He can't pick up his phone. If they're on a walk, he has to ignore me. She is in 1,000% control of him at all times when she is in his vicinity. But she doesn't make it seem like that because in order to control him, she cries a lot. Okay. She sucks his dick a lot. Okay. She makes him bend over a lot. But then she also bends over in ways that she won't let people see because she uses her pussy. Okay? But she is by far the book he must abide by. And it's something that, the reason I have not gotten married, even been with somebody for almost 10 years, is because I will never, anything that I come across that is even remotely like my father and his wife, or my mother and her pedophile husband, I run away from. If I have to tell a man what to do, I run away from him. If I have to yell about something or just stand up for myself, I run away from him. If he ditches me one time, I run away from him. I do not and will not ever put up with 1 ounce of bullshit from anybody. I'll just stay alone. I don't need it. I'm not desperate. I don't need somebody around. If I want somebody around, I'll allow somebody around, but I don't need somebody around. I don't feel like somebody is going to be the be all see all of my fucking life. I'm the be all see all of my fucking life. Okay. I don't need to listen to somebody else and how they do it. Right. If I don't really need to. If I'm in their house under their rules and they tell me what to do, then I go, this isn't a relationship, and I leave. I'm not going to abide by your fucking rules. If I live there, I live there. I'm a part of this with you. You don't make fucking rules. Like, I'm not a child. And you're not my fucking parent. I thought I was giving you blowies every day, which means you're my fucking boyfriend. You don't tell me what to do. Okay? That's for a father to do. And trust me, if my father ever told me what to fucking do, I'd blow his fucking head off. Okay? Not his dick off. Okay? So, like, whatever this person is, okay, we have fire on the bottom for a reason, because I feel like, what is Frankenstein if not a machine? What are machines? Controlled. Okay? People who are controlled do believe that everything that is written down, you must abide by. Okay, yeah, okay. Like, honestly, someone's got serious mommy issues. serious daddy issues, you know, because their parents obviously ran the same kind of household. Whatever happens in this house, you do exactly what I say. If you're under this roof, you do exactly what I say. I put you into this world. I can take you out of it. Okay. So many threatening statements on a daily basis as to why they feel like you can only be around in their life because they said so. And if they want you to leave, trust me, bitch, I'll tell you to leave. Oh, can't wait to be in a relationship, said nobody. Okay. So like, honestly, whoever you're dealing with, okay, very narcissistic, very controlled, you know, and controlled by a way where they think that the way that somebody's marriage is, or the way that the Bible says it is, or however way it's stamped on a fucking plaque on some fucking church wall is exactly the way it is. And you can't tell them any other way, which kind of like makes it seem to me like if they are that controlled by reading something to believe that that is the end all be all, I would like, walk away from that. That is something people don't change. Okay. They will never, you can never convince them to appreciate you, love you, care about you. Narcissists will do what a narcissist wants to do. And if they are controlled by somebody, even better, great. Now they're just going to be controlled by somebody else and act like a dick and a piece of shit to everybody else. Okay, because the people I feel like that are easily controlled by other people are lazy. They're lazy. They want an easy, simple, lazy fucking life where they just have a woman or somebody laying beside them that keeps their fucking mouth shut. They can just go off and do whatever they want. Easy peasy Japanesey. Okay, honestly, so fucking lazy. And then like no wonder we have experience in reverse, because I feel like they don't even have sex. Okay, they don't have sex with their partners. If they do, it's stressed out sex. It's demon sex. It's cold. It's when they're drunk. Okay, they want it over with, or they use it 100% to control. It's not a sexual experience anymore. It's, I'll sleep with you, and then you're going to go and mow the lawn for me. Okay? Like, wow. And they wonder why we're all single. Okay, there's Dreams with Freddie. Then we have Nightmare, I guess, with Rosemary's Baby. Okay, not Neighbors, Nightmare. And then we have Shock with Psycho. Like, these people are psycho. Whoever you're dealing with right now is having dreams about the laws that they instilled in your life. Okay, and a lot of this was like things that they didn't want to do. Okay, like you wouldn't believe some of the things that my father would say are rules, and he would say that his parents, those were his parents' rules, but only his parents were worse, so you better appreciate that he's being nicer than his own parents. I always had a problem with my father because I was like, it seemed like everything that came out of his mouth was rude, was abusive, was narcissistic. He never took the blame for anything. He always passes it to somebody else, which is a narcissist. It's like, you know, anything you say is like hot potato. You can't put it in their hand. They're going to fucking throw it to somebody else instantly. They're not going to take the blame for anything because they are perfect. They did everything perfect from start to finish. They are perfect. And anything they did wrong, they admitted it and they got through. And if there's something that you feel that they did wrong, you can go fuck yourself on it because they're not going to apologize for it. They don't feel like they did it wrong. So where's your feelings on that? They don't care. Okay. So like people really have to realize what a narcissist is, because to be honest, it's about 90% of the people that are around you. Okay, and it grows in people and metastasizes in people depending on their fucking families that they're around. And if their families are a bunch of narcissistic, money grubbing, fucking hungry loser people, okay, that think the Bible runs the entire fucking world, then, you know, you might be shook and in a little bit of shock once you separate from these people, emancipate from these people, detach from these people, and suddenly you can like breathe. Okay, and you know what's so funny is to to kind of be, you know, living a life, whatever your parents think, and then to suddenly ghost and just disappear. Okay. And then to reappear in like 4 or 5 years after you have your shit together, and it's the exact opposite. They called you failure, and all you did was, you know, survive and succeed. They said that you were nothing, and all you did was make money. You know, it's just, it seems to be very ironic that some of our parents that are out there, that as ignorant as they are, no matter how much they tried to bully us, no matter how much they tried to control us, collective still did and will do what they want to do. And our parents and our fathers and our mothers will never control us the way that their parents controlled them, right? Because they say it was a different time back then. Yeah, but there was also people in the 70s and the 80s that escaped their parents just like we did in the 2000s. It's not that barbaric, okay? So, like, honestly, like, and like the 90s were spent as like this giant decade of rebel. Okay. So it's like, honestly, it's just like some people, I mean, it's just, you can't make it happen in their life because they will just say it didn't, that you're making things up. You know, their life is perfect. They are well-oiled machines. Like, well, I'm not going to argue with you there because you are a well-oiled machine. But you're a machine. So therefore, machines do not have hearts or feelings or connection. Okay. Actually, I mean, I can't even say that because I'm pretty sure every car that I've owned has a spirit. What the fuck? Did you just see that? Something just flew directly at my forehead. It was like a fluffy. I don't know why I felt like it was going to stab me in the head or something. Wow, that scared me. I don't even know what I just said. Oh, yeah, I was talking about my cars. I have no idea. Did you see it? It was like something white. I don't know what it was. Anyways, yeah, like I'm pretty sure my vehicles have had mad spirits in them. Like my one car, I swear, used to talk to me all the time. It's like I got into it and it was so peppy and just so ready to go. It'd be like, all right, start your engines. Like it was the funniest car in the world. So I do believe that some machines have life, but I don't know necessarily if it's the machine or if it's a soul that found the machine and brought it to life. Because, I mean, what are temples other than empty vessels until a soul finds them? And if that soul leaves, then that person becomes a fucking machine. There's dance in reverse. This could be like telling you how hard you have to work. Okay. And if you're not at work fucking 9 to 9 every day, if you're not busting your ass, if you're not breaking your back, you're a child and you're doing nothing with yourself because they hurt themselves when they went to work or they busted their ass for you and blah, blah, blah. Again, it's not the 90s. It's not the 80s. I didn't have me, and I wasn't poor when I decided to have a kid. So why these people even feel like 1 ounce of what they did can be put on you or collective is just their narcissistic tendencies of always being right. And the only reason why they're always right is because people have stopped fighting them because they don't want to listen to them anymore. So it's not a form of respect. It's just a let him say it or he's going to keep going. Guys, let him be right or he's never going to stop. It's shit like that. Okay? Like they fucking know. They know. Okay? They fucking know. They know when they have to exploit somebody. And honestly, I don't know who it is that you had to deal with, but like since that reading started, I was hearing the entire time Passive by A Perfect Circle, and that song loves to be fucking played on this channel now, because it really, like, I don't know how many narcissists that Maynard had to deal with in his life, but like these so-called passive people, they are not passive as in they are great people that you can just push around and they will never yell at you and they will never start shit with you. No, they're passive, which means they're slowly getting more and more aggressive, and they will unleash that aggression the second somebody challenges it. Trust me. Okay, when people say that, when they blame their outrages on others and say, you made me freak out, you made me full of rage, you made me act like this, that is a narcissist pushing themselves to the edge, blaming collective because they cannot control themselves. It is not your job to control somebody else. It is only your job to stand up for yourself, and if standing up for yourself pushes a fucking narcissist over the edge, guess what? They shouldn't have been playing on the edge to begin with, and it's not your fault that they fell over. They fell over because they weren't paying attention, because they put all their energy on you and pretending that they were perfect. So trust me when Spirit says you're better off this way, okay? You're better off without them. You're better off with them not around, okay? Because them acting like they were dead and playing dead and acting like they had no feelings and that they didn't have to talk to you and you were completely crazy and unrealistic and unreasonable, they gonna get their day. All right, they are gonna get their day. Okay, actually, I'm gonna take one little toke. Good old see you next Tuesday. What up, Igniting? Hello. Next message here. We have Broom. Beautiful. We have the Sun. We have Fruit. We have Autumn. We have Hedge. And we have Earth. Ooh. Usually this many cards does not come down. So let's take a look at this for a second here. Peace and grounding. Okay. Could be getting a peace offering coming in, a potential peace offering. Again, Spirit can never say for sure that these, things are going to happen. It's just sometimes we line up the right energies, and if people follow what they are, if they're walking what they're talking, then so many of these things can come true. But if they're talking mad shit, then it's not going to come true because they're just talking shit, but the ether knows that they're doing it. Okay. So this is like somebody I feel like wants to make a peace offering to you. Okay. I'm looking at this dove. Okay. And see that dove that's above everything. Okay. I'm seeing that as forgiveness, almost kind of like the judgment side. Okay. You got all the phases of the moon there. Somebody has gone through cycles. Okay, they found freedom. They ignited themselves. There's a butterfly there. They changed. They transformed. They've rooted themselves. Their life has changed. Okay, there's also rosemary there. They're very protected. Okay, there's a bee there. They'll fucking sting you if they have to. That's the thing, is I love somebody that will stand up for themselves, okay? Because I am somebody that will challenge you. If you say you're a good person, I will challenge that. I don't know why. I don't do it on purpose, but I just fucking will. And if you know how to defend yourself, and if you are a true person, then coming up toe-to-toe with somebody like me is nothing, because you're fine, okay? So I feel like there's this grounding opportunity with somebody who has had, I believe, some type of boundary put up with you. Okay. I don't know why this boundary was put up, but also actually, you know what I just saw here? So in the hedges, we have the scales of justice in the middle there. See those scales? So I feel like, somebody put their boundaries up with you because I feel like it was justified. Okay, when if you have a neighbor or something and they're just acting a motherfucking fool all the time and coming onto your lawn and just disrespecting you, then you got to put a fence up. You got to mark your territory. You got to put your boundary up. Listen, motherfucker, I told you not to come on my yard all the time. Like, I have special grass. You know, I just watered everything. You come over with your fucking dog. He shits everywhere. He fucking desecrates my shit. You know, some people, they take their yards very seriously because it's their fucking yard. It's their sanctuary. They roll around on that yard, okay? They make picnics on that fucking grass. They don't want your dog coming and shitting and pissing everywhere and then fucking you just leave or you're not paying attention because, you know, you think your dog's the best and he can just not have a fence. Yeah, tell that to my fucking, you know, my kale plants that he just pissed all over. Okay, so some people are just so... They don't know boundaries. They will break boundaries all the time because they're constantly being violated. So they will always violate because they don't know, hey, maybe you should call before you come over. Hey, you can't just come into my yard. You know, like I'm fucking doing something. I'm hanging out. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I'm meditating. I'm relaxing. I just had a bad day. I don't want you and your drama coming up with your, you know, beer bottle and your bullshit. Talking about how you had a bad day. I don't give a fuck. I just had a bad 16 years. Go fuck yourself. Okay, go talk to somebody else about it. Okay, so you might have had a very, like, aggressive neighbor or somebody, you know, take it as a metaphor. Because that's what we do. It's metaphors. It's not actually, it doesn't have to actually necessarily be your lawn. As in, it is just your life. You know, your life is your sanctuary. You need to put up boundaries. You need to put up fences. You need to let, you know, turn your fucking phone off or put it on airplane mode when you're working. Tell motherfuckers, listen, dude, I'm at work. Stop fucking calling me. You know that. Okay? People are disrespectful because they get calls at work all the time and they can take them. That's nice. I can't. Not everybody's the fucking same. So I feel like somebody just needed to get a little like, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? And they might have wrecked themselves because they couldn't stay on their side. You know, they had to keep fucking with somebody and intrusively. Okay. So now that we have autumn is here, once the boundaries get put up, okay, autumn comes with bounty. Obviously, what this person was doing by constantly coming into your yard and breaching your boundaries, you were losing crops because they were walking all over everything. Like I said, they were walking all over everything. Their dog could have been peeing all over your seeds. Okay. So your pumpkins went bad and your fucking corn didn't grow and everything got burnt by that acid. Okay. And it's just like, you had enough. You know, when people just suddenly have enough and it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, I've told you, I've warned you, you act like this all the time. And I'm a better person than this. And it's like, you know, like you're a better person than deserving to get walked all over by somebody. Okay. Because this has something to do with the sun. I don't know what they did, but I feel like they pissed on everything. I really do. I don't know why I feel that way. I have never brought urine up on the channel once. Okay, sometimes I talk about marking territory sometimes, but for the most part, I'm just trying to kill that masculine ego vibe of like, just get out and fucking measure it already, or get out, mark your territory and do something about it. Stop fucking saying that you want it, but then walking away from it. You either mark it and you want it and you go for it, or you don't, and you fucking walk away and you leave it for somebody else who truly will appreciate it. Okay? So with the sun and fruit, okay, I do feel like, you know, they ruined your abundance. Okay, they had an extremely large amount of success, okay, in fucking with you. And I don't really think they knew they were really fucking with you. I don't think they really knew that they were being as much of a prick as they were. Like I said, because they just are used to everybody walking around in their shit. Okay. Like this one guy used to come up in our house all the time and never take his shoes off. And like my sister and I have indoor shoes. We wash our shoes. Okay. The shoes that we wear inside our house, we don't wear outside. Okay. Because people around here do have 10 dogs and they shit everywhere. Okay. Soil is poop. Let's just be real. It's poop, okay? And like, there's just this one guy that would just come in with his boots and just tracking his shit everywhere and just fucking, you know, doing whatever he wanted. But then when you went over to his house, it was like, take your fucking shoes off outside. Oh, but you can just walk in my house with your shit and your dirt and your shit, you know, because it's just, anybody can just do whatever they want here. Like, no, these are clean shoes. If you ask me, hey, can I wear my shoes in? Because like I see that you're wearing yours. I'd be like, no, these are indoor shoes. Please take your disgusting, dirty fucking boots off in my house. Okay. But again, some people, and that's just, they'll walk in with their big dirty boots all over your head, all over your day, all over your phone, all over your life, all over your house. Okay. Because they don't know boundaries. But when they learn boundaries, okay, shit changes, because by the end of it, we have broom, okay, which is amazing because that's how we clean shit out. Okay, so whatever it is going on with them, it's like they have to clear out that mindset that they can just do whatever they want, because they can't. Okay, they can't. Not if they want any sort of chance with coming into somebody's life like yours. Okay, they will never be able, or never would have been able, to be a part of your life as ignorant as they were. I'm surprised you gave them as much time around you as you did. Okay, because they were very disrespectful as you were on your way to a very peaceful, grounding kind of life. They just, their preposterous entrance in your life all the time was breaking your peace, because they would come in with their shit attitude and their dirty boots and their dirty shirt and just jump all over your, and like, that is like, man, I just cleaned everything. And like, you're disgusting. Like, go home and change. Like, what the fuck, But like, some people, I mean, they're not friends with people because of how they dress or how they look. You really want to be friends with somebody, then you take them in their dirty form or in their clean form, because they're your friend. You're not superficial. Okay. This person was like, I mean, you weren't superficial at all. And yet they were just mad ignorant. Okay. They were just like, oh my God, I watched this. Yes. I watched this part of Chappelle's show where Rick James puts his boots all over Prince's fucking couch. And he goes, buy a new couch, bitch. I'm Rick James. And Rick was like, I put my fucking dirty boots all over his shit because I fucking knew that guy could just go out and get another couch. Why do I care? And I'm like, this is that person. Like I'm Rick James. You can just go buy another couch. And they were like, but I'm not Prince and I can't just go and buy another couch. So thanks for ruining it with your dirty ass fucking life. Okay? I'm Rick James, bitch. Clean up your shit. All right? That was a good reading. I fucking love Chappelle's show. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's the stupidest, most funniest shit that you'll ever watch in your life. And it was only around in the 90s because that was the only time it was ever going to be allowed on TV. Had this little window. Chappelle show. Okay, I'm going to do the... I was going to say Grateful Dead. I saw the word grateful, and all I wanted to write was dead. That's a band as well, so maybe we're grateful to all the dead people that are around us right now. Maybe there's a lot of dead people around us. A lot of DBs, people, a lot of DBs. Sorry about that. I need to smoke a little bit of weed. Oh my God, my fish tank is so clean. Holy shit. Can't stop looking at it. First one down, overwhelming. Ace of feathers. Ooh, Ace of swords. An epiphany. An overwhelming epiphany. Oh. An overwhelming epiphany. Suddenly hits. Like that bowl just suddenly hit. Woo! Wow. Seven of Pentacles. Taking stock of what is yours. Okay, so an overwhelming epiphany. It's like once you, I don't know, maybe you think you don't have a lot, and then once you really think about it, you're like, wow, I'm a lot more successful than what I think I am. Okay, there's gatherings. And the wishing well. The Ace of Cups. So we just got the Ace of Swords and then the Ace of Cups. An emotional and unexpected gift. So maybe, oh my God, a second Ace of Cups. Back-to-back Ace of Cupses. Like, that is scary. A fresh start. Okay, so Magician upside down. Okay, so I feel like collective is dealing with somebody out there, okay, that is about to go to some type of gathering. Okay, honestly, they wish you could go, but for some reason you can't go. Okay, so they're going to go to this gathering. And when they get there, people are talking about you. Okay, and I don't know everything that they're saying, but from the sounds of it, they're saying that they're taking stock of everything you've done. So they're talking about your business, your social media, whatever you're putting up. Okay, somebody's watching and they're stating these facts to people. Well, they went here. Well, they did this. They said they did this. There's pictures of them going here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, these people are undermining you. Okay, they're not saying good things about you by any means. And there's one person in particular that seems to be the most aggressive about you. So you have one particular hater, okay, really drank that haterade, okay, who's kind of the leader of the pack with these people. It kind of seems like if they don't like people, nobody likes people. They don't like you. Therefore, this other group of people do not like you. But for some reason, this karmic likes you. And I don't know if it's sexual. I don't know if it's emotional. I don't know if it's childhood. I don't know if it's friendship. I don't know what it is. But somebody, one person out of all these people likes you. So when they get there and they hear what Collective's talking about and they find out it's you, I think that's where they make their epiphany. Okay? And their epiphany is, dun, 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 hereditary. You know you're her favorite, right? Strive to live up to expectations. So the epiphany that this person realizes is no matter what you do, these people have expectations over your life that you will never meet. Okay? They are saying things about you. They are judging you on things that you couldn't achieve if you fucking tried. Okay, so that's where the epiphany comes from is, wow, you guys are all judging this person a lot considering where you are on the spectrum of things. And that's where they make their epiphany, because where these people are sitting is not very far off from where you are. So why they feel like they can have such a huge, massive opinion about you and hate you as much, like you're so different and you're so this, when they're basically the same thing as you, that's what makes this person go, okay, I finally realize it. You all say you have a problem with this person because you're actually secretly all seem to be kind of be obsessed with you. All right? There's the shining. Come play with us. These people want to be in your life so bad that they will talk shit about you because you're not around. It seems very backwards. You know, it seems very backwards. There's the tower. They're getting shot out of the tower, okay? Like, they're going to be asked to leave because they've crossed you. But this person, this other person, you know, this karmic that heard them all say this shit, you know, I feel like if this is like some type of house party or something like that, or in like some type of apartment building, I feel like your karmic just leaves. They just leave. I don't even think that they make a big deal about it. I think it's just one of those things that now they decide that like they can't be friends with those people or around those people and be a part of your life. There's the rigid. There's the emperor. Structure, authority. So it's like you take authority of your life, and like, because that's the thing, is like the expectations that they put on you are things that the average person will never strive to meet, and they're unrealistic. Okay, it's like they're just out to attack you. That's it. Nightmare on Elm Street. Dreams tell stories. Honestly, I feel like these people are telling stories about you, and you've had dreams about this. You know who these people are. You know who these people are I'm talking about, that are desecrating you like this and talking so rudely about you. Okay, the reason why you're not around is because these people are too overwhelming. You couldn't be in a circle of these people if you tried, because I don't think you'd be able to handle it. I think you would know. And I mean, I make majority of these people, if you showed up to a place where these people were, they would want to leave instantly. Okay, they would not come around you. They would start talking about you. They would be over in the corner. Okay, they'd be smirking. They'd be, you know, like, I mean, these people are so brutal to you that whoever they are not your friends. They are not your family. It doesn't matter if they actually are in real life. They really aren't, because they're not taking your side. They're fucking around with you. They're making you live up to expectations that they themselves aren't even living up to. Okay. And you have 2 Ace of Cups here. Like, you have 2 wish fulfillments, I just heard. Okay. But one of them is a result of this person that is not currently on your team. Okay. They haven't decided to become part of your team. It's not like they're not on your team, but they haven't decided. They've played a couple games with you. Let's say that they played a couple games on your team, and they don't know for sure if they want to join your team. So that's why they go out and they meet these people again, because they want to, because that's the team that they're a part of. So they go and they meet up with their team again, just to see, you know, is it them that they want to be with, or is it you? Is it another team that they want to join? So whatever this is, it's very overwhelming for somebody, because they realize that the team that they're on, they can't be on anymore, because they can't play for both. These people won't let them. If you're on their team, that's it. They can't. You can't. It doesn't even matter if you don't play on the same night. You cannot play on both, and that's really sad. You know, because we live in a better world than that people are not allowed to control other people like that, but they feel like they can, and they will put rules in place if you don't follow what they say. And like, these are everyday people. It's not the president of the United States. Even he doesn't get to make rules. It's not like, because, you know, whoever is the king of something, all of a sudden he makes all these rules that everybody has to follow. Like, they really much, anybody in charge basically knows that they don't have any charge at all. They're just filling a position. They're just sitting in a chair. Okay, they're just sitting in a chair. And that's these friends. You know, whatever game whatever team that they're on, they're just a bunch of fucking losers that sit around and like they really gossip is their cup of tea. That's what they're drinking. It's always gossip. And for some reason, you know, I don't know what this is. I don't know why all of a sudden this person would just be around all of these people differently, why they aren't around them all the time. But it's whatever this gathering is, it gives them a fresh kind of set of eyes with these people that they possibly haven't seen for a little while. Because, you know, when you haven't seen people for a while, sometimes you think that they change, right? And they don't. Okay, but they might have had a kid or got tenure or got married again. So you think, oh, okay, like maybe they're just a better person because you know that they were an awful person before, but you were friends with them because you were also an awful person. So obviously when in Rome, you hang out with, you know, what you're best known for. And then you go and see them and they're not, you know, and they're still hanging out with the same people, you know, they're still talking the same shit. They're still, you know, trying to, you know, make fun of you in front of everybody as if it's really going to matter to you. And it's just like, you know, they're still pulling things that they did so long ago. So no, they haven't changed. And just be thankful if you have changed or if you're about to change and that you see the bigger picture that these people are kind of like kindergartens, you know, they're dragging you down. And if like you're out of school at elementary school, why the fuck would you go back and hang out with kindergartens? You wouldn't. Okay. Like unless they were your kids. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't go back to hang out with friends in kindergarten. So why the fuck are you hanging out with these people that are acting like kids? Okay. Seems pretty legit to me, but when you're in it, you don't really see it like that, right? You're just like, oh, whatever, they're a free spirit. No, they're immature. No, they're dangerous. Anyways. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2. I like that. I feel like I want to make dinner, but I'm not quite ready to make dinner, so I'm going to do one more reading. And then I'm going to have dinner. All right, it's only 3:30. It's a little early. I was supposed to do something this afternoon and it got canceled because I'm an idiot and I thought they were open today and really they weren't. So I had this whole thing planned this afternoon and then all my plans got canceled. So I just decided to go live because I was like, suddenly I didn't have anything to do. So I don't know what time I'm going to be here tomorrow, but I'll definitely still be around tomorrow, but not at this time because I should be able to be out doing what I need to do tomorrow at this time. Mistreatment, left alone. Guardian watcher. Woo, what the fuck just happened? Okay, we have the King of Cups in reverse with Guardian/Watcher. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords, mistreatment, left alone. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse with some type of message or news that's on its way. Then we have the Six of Swords in reverse, infatuated, won't move on. And then we have police. All of a sudden, underneath it all. I feel like we got a King of Cups here, masculine energy that mistreated somebody, okay? And we got infatuation here. STD, dangerous, seven of wands. American with Southern States. STD, dangerous, love bomb, infatuated. Okay, so I'm kind of getting a weird message. Like somebody might be on their way to kind of like love bomb you. And Spirit is like, be very careful because this person has mistreated you a lot in the past. You might have had to call the cops on them before, right? Their anger, a fight that goes out of control, something like that, okay? This this king, okay, this masculine energy, I feel like that's who it is. They are kind of secretly like still infatuated with you. So in the past, if you were kind of like, whoa, that guy was clingy, they're still going to be clingy. Okay. If anything, it might be worse than what it was before. Okay. And like right now, my sister, she went on a date with this guy, and now he is dealing with a stalker. Okay. And he was like, it's my fault, you know, like I decided to date her, and he's like, I shouldn't have dated her, but I did date her. And like, she like wrote a song about him. Okay. She drives by his house. She knows where he works. She's always around. And he, you know, he runs around town most of the time trying to hide from her. Trying to hide from this woman. So who just continually just love bombs him all the time. Like she's just obsessed with him. And he's like kind of like a weird, odd looking man. Okay. But he's got money. Okay. And clearly she got hooked on phonics fucking quick. Okay. And he didn't get the message. But then he went and talked to his cop friend. Okay. So you might have a cop friend. Maybe that's why police is here. You might need to ask if what somebody is doing to you is legal or not. Okay, like if this, you could have somebody that's coming by your house all times of the night, or showing up at work, or watching you. Okay, and you find out from your cop friend, right? No, that is not okay. Okay, that is actually against the law. Like we have laws in place now with social media stalking. If somebody is stalking you on social media, that's this whole other charge now, and they could go to jail for it, okay? Because social media, they know now, is so personal to people, okay? It's like them just walking up into your life and fucking with it, okay? You can't do that. Even socially, you can't do that networking, right? You cannot stalk people. It's just not allowed, okay? And when whoever thinks it is okay is going to get in trouble. Okay, so that's why I'm like, you know, talk to possibly your cop friends, because, it seems to be mistreatment when you're left alone. Okay, that's the thing. Mistreatment when you're left alone. This person is very, very infatuated with you. But if you live with other people, they're not going to come around while those people are around. You know what I mean? Like they're going to wait until you get alone. And then once you get alone, they're going to try to ambush you with all this love. I love you. I want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my God, dude, like you got to move on. This could be something my sister's dealing with this guy that she dated 4 years ago and on a different part of the earth. Okay. And he is so infatuated with her. He's been infatuated with her for 4 years. He just wrote her another email the other day asking us both, me and her, to move out and live with him in his house and this place right beside the mountains. And my sister has to block his number because she's like, I don't understand. Like, this guy is fucking crazy. Like, they dated for such a brief time so many years ago. And he gets drunk and he sends her these messages. One message a couple months ago was like, I want to take you to the East Coast. I want to do a vacation with you. And then we can go to Toronto and hang out. And then you can come back and move back in with me. And she's like, have you ever heard of dating? You know, have you ever heard of like just trying to speak to somebody before you suddenly go, you know, I want you to move in with me and move to the other side of the earth with me? And it's just like, oh my God, this guy. So she finally had to tell him today that like, okay, she was finally officially blocking his number. I had to tell her that you can block email. She didn't know that you can block email accounts from messaging you. You can by all means, if you can block a number from your phone, you can block an email. Okay. So I said, fucking block his email. Like, don't allow him to message you this shit anymore. Because the thing is that, you know, when people are in vulnerable positions and suddenly they get love bombed, okay, it's very hard to say no. Because you think, oh my God, this person has to love me and I'm in such a shitty situation. Obviously, it's meant to be, right? But if you're in a vulnerable situation, then some people are trying to make you even more vulnerable. So then you will never leave them. Do you hear how creepy that sounds? Okay, they think that's love. Okay. If I get them, if they lose their job or if I get them knocked up, then they'll never leave me. Like, I know it's hard to believe if you've been mistreated by men that a man would ever want to lock you up in his basement and try to keep impregnating you to keep you around. But they do exist as psycho as fucking Kathy Bates in that movie. What's that movie called? Where she is obsessed with that book writer. It's a Stephen King movie. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. It's like Mercy or Misery. Misery. If you haven't seen Misery with Kathy Bates, watch it. It's actually, Stephen King, in the middle of it, you can make a fucking steak dinner and you won't miss anything because it's a Stephen King movie. But anyways, I'm getting that. Like, they want to fucking break your legs, so then you have to stay there in their cabin all winter. Okay, like, okay, that's a little fucking, no wonder I heard Deliverance. Okay, what are these little fucking psychos in the woods? Like, what the fuck, Collective? Oh, what are you dealing with? Oh my God. Single / stalker. Oh man, if you're single, you're fucked. Honestly, ever seen Misery? Well, mix Misery with Deliverance, and apparently you're gonna get this person. Have you ever watched the original I Spit on Your Grave? It is like this woman just gets raped by these hillbilly fuck guys that are just hunting her down on this island in like cemeteries and shit. Okay, I haven't watched the new ones because I would never watch that movie again. Okay, I was like, this is a porno. This is like a rape porno, and I'm never going to watch it again. That poor woman is just naked during it's just the most awkward movie. Okay, so this is Deliverance with Misery mixed with I Spit on Your Grave. Those are like 3 of the worst movies in the world. OMG. Naive overkill. Look what I'm fucking holding in my hand right now. Overkill. I'm telling you, this is an overkill. Like, just add I Spit on Your Grave at the end just to top it off. Really? What the fuck? Yeah, with Happy Moment? Oh yeah, that sounds great. Line me up. I'd play that role any day. Said a psycho. Oh my God. Collective. This is some kind of Stephen King movie, all right. Stephen King wishes he could write this movie, okay? He wishes he was this cool, okay? I mean, if you are writing a novel, my God, keep going. Because this shit is going to sell. This shit sounds like the scariest fucking movie I've ever heard of in my life. Damaging wound. Words hurt. I'm telling you, if this is a fucking book, man, overkill. Overkill it. Kill that bitch. African American with Mexican. Heads up, impulsive. Okay, so dealing with my sister's friend who has the stalker, I feel like, honestly, he is a very nice man, but I feel like if he were to just fucking lay it down, fire pit. If he were, okay, Ace of Wands, if he were to just light that shit up and go, like, you ugly piece of shit, fucking loser, get off my fucking ass, I wouldn't date you if you were the last fucking woman left on the face of the earth. She might actually leave him alone. Okay, but sometimes people, they don't stand up for themselves and they don't say what they need to say to get the person to walk away. Okay, so that's why sometimes, if you feel the need to like suddenly tell it like it is with somebody, that just won't get, they're just not getting it. There it is. Cut it out. They just, every time you cut them out, they just keep crawling back. Like they're just prone to hurting themselves. Okay. That's almost, there is naive written down here twice. So I feel like somebody is not getting the fucking message. Okay. They're not understanding that like, because maybe this is like someone's feelings towards you, the things that they want to do to you or something like that. All these things, because they're watching these. I mean, those are 3 fucking movies. So are they sitting around watching movies and fantasizing that you're the lead role of these people and all these things that they would do? Like, it's an overkill. Like, it's an overthrow. Like, get the fuck over it, man. Like, it was one fucking relationship. Like, see the bigger picture here. Maybe you're sick in the fucking head if you keep picturing somebody being fucking raped all day. Like, maybe you need some help. Okay? Maybe this person needs some help. Okay? Because, like, that's just not right fucking in the mind behavior. You know, like, there's some fucking shit there that you might need to, like, get out, okay? Before you fucking ass rape this poor woman, okay, who's, like, I don't think done anything to you, okay? Like, it seems like, the fuck? Seems like you're fucking cutthroat old school bitch. Like, this seems like you're fucking making up shit in your head, okay? There's will, inheritance, family, jewels. I don't know, man. Maybe they're hoping this fucking somebody dies so then they can buy a torture chamber and just push you in there. Like, the fuck, man. People need help. They really do. Like, you know, there's crisis, like, hotlines. Like, call it. Committed protector in reverse. Now, again, I'm getting that psycho music. Like, yeah. In hell, stability in reverse, they want you to lose your job, so then you'd have to move in with them. Like, I mean, this is coming back to the things that they're hoping that will happen to you, so then you'll have to move in with them, or so then, like, the fuck? Like, it seems like somebody's coming at somebody armed, you know, but they're armed with words, okay? So, again, it sounds like the worst analogies ever, but just dig through it on what makes sense, okay? Read the analogies where you see them, right, if they resonate. And it's like, whoever this is, they're coming at you like they want to protect you, you know, like they're so angry that you cut them out. And they've been watching you, and they, you know, like they're pissed off, and like, I don't know. And it just might be a little, you know, they might massively love bomb you. And it's just like, it's a real big overkill. They might try to offer you money. I just read the family jewels. They might like ask you to marry them. Okay, again, it doesn't have to be so fucking crazy. Okay, where it's just like, just read the analogy. Okay, where now I'm like, they could take their like grandmother's, you know, their dead grandmother's wedding ring and try to give it to you, and you're like, oh my God, that's another story of my sister. This guy was so obsessed with her in grade 3 that he stole his mother's sapphire ring, gave it to my sister, proposed to my sister in grade 3. My sister brought it home, and my mom was like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, Adam proposed to me. Needless to say, Adam's parents got called, and the ring was returned immediately. But yeah, he asked my sister to marry him right away. Grade 3, heads up, impulsive, you know, like, you know, those grade 3s, they're pretty impulsive, right? That's a love bomb and a half. Like, she Canadian, she actually saw this guy. I think they were 8 years old when he did that. So then she saw him at the mall, like, I don't know, maybe 15 years later. And she gave him her number, and my sister around when she was like 18, 19, 20, my sister got a lot of stalkers, like a lot of guys calling all the time. My mom got so fed up with it that she just gave my sister her own phone line. So pimp, but she was so sick of it. She was like, oh my God, I'm giving you your own phone and your own phone line. And then what she did, because then these people started calling her all the time, knowing that she had her own phone number, right? Because this was like, oh my God, early, like this was like late 90s. Okay. And so my mother, somebody started calling her all the time. And my mother, again, got fed up with it because then she would just hear my sister's phone ringing all the time. So she knew that my sister was missing so many phone calls. So she bought her a caller ID box, okay, because they had just come out. This was when *69 had just come out too. So we could *69, but only the last number that called. If there's numbers before that, you wouldn't know. And not all of them left messages, okay? Because she even had an answering machine too. Not all of them left messages. But then some people would leave creepy messages because, again, she was in high school with her own phone line, not cell phone, okay? So some of these people would call and leave these messages. And so my mom got her this call box. And once she gave this guy, okay, who proposed to her in grade 3, her phone number in her, I don't think she was 20, but maybe 20, 21 maybe. He called her that day. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I was with her. I think I might have even still been in high school. I don't know. Anyway, she was out for the day. She got home. And again, this was right when these boxes came out. He called her 47 times in an hour. So I get home. I'm pretty sure I was at work. And again, probably 16 and working like usual. I got home and she was like, Adam called me. Maybe I was with her at the mall. She was like, Adam called me 47 times today. I go, in how long? And she goes, it was back to back for an hour. He called 47 times. And I'm like, okay, so apparently he's still that stalker from grade 3 who wants to marry you. So we're going to block that number and we're going to move on. And she never spoke to him again. He never called again. And she never spoke to him again. Like, psycho. Okay, just saying. Some people, they just built a little differently, okay? There's a shocking, painful attack. Wow, with a fool's journey and strong intuitive. Okay, in intuition. Okay, I want you to see some ingenuity. Okay, so we got Tom here, good old Elena's dad. You know what he says? Ingenuity. That's what's going to get you there. So we've got this impulsive kind of person that is kind of attack you in a weird way. Okay, like I said, it could be a love bomb, and it's still abusive. Okay, you can't just throw your love at somebody and go reciprocate it now, or I hate you. That's abuse. Okay, so whoever is gonna try to start this journey with you and just kind of come out of the blue and say something kind of fucked up, Spirit is like, use your ingenuity, use your intuition, okay? And I don't know, like, I would say if they call 47 times in a day, don't be surprised. I don't think that this is the right kind of energy for anybody that collective should be dealing with, but what do I know? I only know what they will tell me. What I'm getting told is pretty fucked up, but again, take it if it resonates. Because that was a pretty fucked up reading. So I think it's just best we leave it at that. Oh my God. Anyways. So everybody, thanks for watching. I'm going to head out. I suddenly am starving too, so I really want to eat. There's police and the fucking King of Cups in reverse again. Yo, I'm not sure who's watching you, but I'm just saying, if you know a cop, go and talk to a cop because somebody's violating their rights, your rights, and I don't think you know. Okay, I think you think that it's like, it's all good, it's all cool, they're allowed to like stand on the road and stare at your house. Okay, it's totally fine. Like, no, they're not allowed to sit on the edge of your fucking porch staring at you. We also have substance abuse here. So whoever this person is, they might get overly sensitive because they are drunk all the time. They're spying on you. Somebody is spying on you. Okay? So now we have in trouble with money and in your veins. So this person, I mean, that's the thing is like you want to be a stalker. I hope you're prepared to quit your job because you're not going to be able to work if you're stalking somebody 24/7. So of course, if somebody is stalking you, they're going to lose their job. They're going to run out of their money. And that means that they're not going to be able to stalk you for long because they're going to be homeless. They're going to have to concentrate on themselves again. Okay. And not on collective. So eventually this is just like, I feel like this is just a lot of displacement. It's a lot of energy that somebody's putting on you and it really needs to go to somebody else, but they're fixated on you right now. So I think that something's going to happen in their life that's going to then derail them to get back into their life again. Okay. Because they can only put so much energy on you until collective goes like, or spirit goes like, fuck off. Fucking leave collective alone. They didn't do anything to you. You have to put all your energy on them because you can't get over something. If you can't get over it, then get under it or fuck off and fucking move on. Okay? But you're not going to drag collective down with you. Okay? Because that's just stupid. Collective doesn't deserve that shit. Okay? So peace out. Thank you so much for watching. This was a really fucking weird reading today. So, peace. Thank you. Wait. Obviously, I will be around tomorrow. Wait. You don't gotta wait for shit. If I happen to see you tomorrow, awesome. If not, I hope all is well. All right. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything you do. All right. Namaste. Peace. Word to your mothers. Y'all are amazing. All right.